Hey guys, Penguin Tech here. Welcome to my another unboxing video. Today I'm going to show you the unboxing process of the Sapphire Nitro Plus Radeon RX580, the 8GB version. Now this one has an enhanced dual X fan, intelligent fan control, fan safe, and precision fan control. This card will also support DirectX 12, Vulkan, FreeSync 2, Chill, which lets your graphic card runs cooler while giving you just enough performance to play your game, and Relief Capture. This card will also support VR. Now let's go over to the box. This is the top of the box. This is the bottom, the side again, and now we go to the back. There is a lot of words here, but we'll go through shortly. So this card is HDR ready, uses a 3rd gen FinFET 14 process, FreeSync, just said, Chill, Relief, Capture and Stream, X-Connect ready, DirectX 12 optimized, 4th gen GCN already, Liquid VR, Virtual Super Resolution, Crossfire technology, and OpenCL. Now this card requires at least a 500 watt power supply with minimum 1 PCIe 8-pin and PCIe 6-pin. Here is the features again. As you can see, turbo bearing fans, which gives it a longer lifespan, black diamond chokes version 4, quick connect fans, fan check and service, intelligent fan control tree, glow RGB LED indicators, VR ready, dual UEFI, dual settings for boost or silent, robust VRM cooling, and compatible with AMD and Intel platforms. Without further ado, let's unbox this. As you can tell, this is actually a used set which was used for mining. Let's unbox it. You can see our GPU in a static bag. It's a lot of protection around the GPU, very well packed. Let's set that aside first. And we have a manual book inside here, a driver disc, let's set that aside and go to our GPU. Taking it out of the static bag. And here we have our Sapphire Nitro Plus RX580 8GB. Very nice GPU. This is actually quite thick. It takes 2.2 slots and the height is around 43mm. So you need to watch out if you install it into an ITX case. Also, as you can see, this is taller than the PCIe bracket, and it actually measures 135mm, so you need to watch out as well. And this card, the length of this card is about 260mm, so it's actually a fairly huge GPU, and it also weighs a lot. I think it's about 1.5 kg itself. So let's go to the I/O here. So as you can see, we have 2 display ports and 2 HDMI ports and 1 DVI, a cutout for the heat to dissipate. As you can see, here is our pin. This is the 8-pin and the 6-pin. This GPU is rated to less than 235 watts, so it actually draws a lot of power. That's why it needs another 6-pin. On the other side, as you can see here, there is actually a BIOS switch here, so it lets you switch to performance mode or silent mode. In the silent mode, it will run at 1340 MHz, but in the performance mode, it will run as high as 1411 MHz. Now you can see this is the back plate here. There is some cutouts here that allows heat to dissipate. And actually there's thermal paste underneath the VRM here. You can't see it now, but there's actually thermal paste at the back of the PCB that connects to the backplate so that the heat dissipates better. Here they leave it totally open so that the airflow is more open. This is the fan connector. And this, as you can see, I'm not sure if you can see it here. Here, this is the LED connector. This is actually RGB light here that will light up when you power it on. And then you can set to 5 modes using the Sapphire Overclock Utility 3.0. It has many modes like static blue, rainbow, and so on. And as you can see here, this is the fan, very smooth, the door ball bearing fan. This measures 95mm, and actually, as you can see here, there's a screw inside here. If you look into it properly, yep, there's a screw inside. This allows it, if the fan ever broke down and you need to replace them, you can easily just take out this screw and swap it up. And Sapphire actually offers a clear fan for this model that comes with blue LED or red LED or even white LED. Now I will show you how to switch the fan out. It's actually very simple. So first you just need to take a screwdriver. You just need to find the screw, take it out, so you only need to take out one screw. Yep. So this is the fan itself. This also allows easy cleaning. As you can see here, this is the spec. This is the connector that connects to this part so that the fans receive power to spin. It's a very smooth fan. Okay. Now, if you want to put it back, you just need to align this down, push it in, and then screw it back. Just screw it back gently. And we are good to go. So as you can, this is actually plastic. The strap is actually plastic in black with a grey stripe here. Looks very nice. And the back plate is actually aluminium. And it's actually, the strap is like, and the back plate is actually longer than the PCB as you can see here. It extends that out a bit so that it can accommodate the large heat sink here. So as you can see, we have 2 heat pipes here and another 2 heat pipes here. That takes the heat away from the chip to dissipate. So these 2 heat pipes is actually larger. I think it's around 8mm, while these 2 is actually 6mm. And as you can see, there's a huge aluminum plate right here. I believe there's actually copper plate that is in contact with the GPU chip. And here you can see this is our VRM, the MOSFET. Well, I guess that's it guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Bye.